Indonesia is a country with the third largest population in the world. However, well-being is still relatively low. Malnutrition problems are still common in rural areas, such as Papua. There were 61 deaths from the capital of Asmat district, Papua. In fact, the problem of malnutrition is still visible in urban areas such as Jakarta. Recorded on January 31st, 194 toddlers suffered from malnutrition in northern Jakarta. Indonesia has abundant natural resources, especially food sector. Unfortunately, the resources empowerment is still not optimal. According to the Economist Intelligence Unit, Indonesia is the world's second largest food waster, squandering nearly 300 kilograms of food per person each year. Estimated food consumption at 110 kilograms per capita per year, and each person throws out 300 kilograms of food per year, so actually, one person in Indonesia can help 3 other people. Despite the many movements that support the reduction of food waste, the problem of Indonesian food waste is still can't be managed. If the food waste problems is left uncared, it may exacerbate the problem of malnutrition in Indonesia. Meanwhile, the society's welfare related to health is one of the responsibility of the state. These responsibilities are implemented through the BPJS program, which requires substantial costs to address public health, such as malnutrition. In other words, with you, Indonesians, wasting food, you are increasing the loss of the state, which should be used to advance the country. With the existing food waste problem, what if the food waste produced can be eaten back? Of course, it will be a solution that is relevant to the lifestyle of Indonesia. It can be executed by utilizing food waste to become an edible film. Edible film is a thin layer that can be eaten and able to provide resistance to mass transfers, such as moisture, oxygen, and other components, between food packed with the environment. Edible films can be made from a variety of bases, such as fat, protein, and carbohydrates. Meanwhile, food waste in Indonesia is mostly staple food containing carbohydrates, such as starch. Edible starch-based film is an edible film that has the best physical characteristics than any other base. Therefore, food waste in Indonesia is very potential if utilized to be an edible film. Edible films can be applied as packaging on various foodstuffs such as tea wrap, instant spice wrap, rice wrap, bread wrap, and many more. Which means the application of food waste to be edible film will help overcome the problem of plastic waste in Indonesia. Edible film process can be made simply. Starch extraction is done from existing food waste, then added plasticizer compound such as glycerol and sorbitol. The solution is then molded and dried, forming an environmentally friendly plastic substitute layer. Indonesia is also the world's second largest producer of plastic waste, reaching 3.22 million tons per year, including plastic food packaging waste. With further research on edible film from food waste, if the edible film is capable of having the same characteristics as plastic, then plastic waste will not be a problem anymore. Edible film has another advantage as a packaging material, such as edible film can be given additional nutrients, and also edible film can easily initiate children to eat, because eating food directly with the packaging is a unique, interesting, and efficient way for children. Therefore, in realizing the edible film-based food waste, cooperation is needed from various parties. First, it is necessary to patent a stable and durable edible film formulation. This is realized by the cooperation of various research institutions. Second, it is necessary to apply food waste processing in technical held by an institution that accommodate and manage food waste. Third, the making of edible film can be done on an industrial scale, both private and state-owned industries. The last stage, conducted by the government health agencies to determine the condition of malnutrition in a specific area, so the distribution of edible films nutritious by industry more effectively and efficiently.